Before I start my video, man, I want to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers, Dalton Holder. I appreciate your comment, man. I had seen it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let everybody know, and I want to let Dalton know I'm tapped in. Appreciate everybody who subscribed to me, you know what I'm saying? And let's get right to it. Oh, now, y'all already knew what time it is. Say, check me out, man. Before I start my video, bro, y'all already know what to do, man. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. When you hit that subscribe button, make sure you're hitting that bell notification hour. So anytime I drop video, you'll be notified. Hey, Sal Rocket, you can hop on, we can kick it, and we can vibe. Do you know what today is? It's my anniversary. Hey! 1 year. Now, matter of fact, year one. That's what we're gonna name this one. Year one. January, February, March. March 29th, 2013. I started my journey on doing YouTube. The only reason I started this YouTube journey was because two of my partners was like, hey, we want to do a podcast. As they was telling me about let's do a podcast, I've been watching a lot of podcasts, right? I've been watching a lot of podcasts. Shout out to Joe Baker. Joe Baker was probably like, well, I've been watching podcasts, different little podcasts, but Joe Baker was a podcast that I had dove into hella deep. I was fucking with his stories, you know, and me watching his podcast and me watching other podcasts, I did not know I was subliminally getting information for me to do my own thing. They say you gotta watch somebody to learn something, right? You watching somebody do something, you looking at certain things and you learning without you even knowing you learning. So shout out to Joe Baker, right? They were sitting up here telling me, hey bro, let's do the podcast. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do the podcast. I've been watching people do podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot to say. They were just talking about it, but never made a move. Nobody made a move. I was telling them, like, bro, what y'all think about this name? What y'all think about this? What y'all think about that? Now, one of the biggest problems was one of our partners lived in Shreveport. Me and my cousin stayed here in Dallas, right? But no moves being made me mad. And one day, I had ended up losing my truck driving job. Right, lost my truck driving job, and I had went to another company, but they was like, you know, you got to wait like three to 4 months before you can drive with us. And I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I had so much free time on my hands, I didn't know what to do. With me driving trucks, I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? I'm spending long hours on the road, you know what I'm saying? Not over the road, but just driving. And that consumed my time. But then when I moved to this other job, I had a lot of free time on my hands. So as they were saying this, it made me mad. So one day, I ended up leaving from this, one of the customers that I had to do. And I was thinking to myself, why don't you just start making your own stories? Why don't you just start telling your own story? Key, what you fail to realize is that you have a story. So tell your story. But I was thinking to myself, like, well, what would be my first story? She tried to say I kidnapped, and I R-worded her. Okay, she tried to say I kidnapped her, and I hit her with the R word, right? Aint, with the R, right? Now, for those of y'all who didn't watch that story, brief breakdown. Basically, the girl came over early in the morning, you feel me? And me and her kicking it, you know. She ended up running away from her house with her homegirl, right? And when she came over to my trailer park, you know, one thing led to another. We was about to have sex, but she stunk down there. She stunk. So he said immediately. But that saved my life, because later on that night when the cops came and they found out which trailer she was in, because you know my trailer was in the back and her trailer and the trailer that we was at was in the front. Motherfuckers came, was like, hey bro, they looking for E. So me and my brother like, what the fuck? So me and him about to dip. As we dipped, the cops came. She told them I kidnapped and R-worded her, right? They hauled me down, brought me to the ground, drugged my little ass back, and then that's when she said it. So my mom came and was like, well, run a R kit on her. They did it. Nothing came back. Sent that as to Johnny Gray Jones, which is like a juvenile in Shreveport. That's what my journey started. I told that story, and people was watching it. People was on it. But that wasn't me doing YouTube. That was just me making a story on Facebook and Instagram before TikTok, right? So I started to tell stories, you know what I'm saying? Just different little stories, but it wasn't put together. And what I mean by put together is like a game plan. In my mind, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just start telling stories and see how people react to it. You don't get the response that you would think you would get off the rip, especially like with your family members. It's always your family members first that you feel like should have your back, but a lot of them don't. Not necessarily saying they don't have your back, right? They busy, they doing things, they got motion going on, right? So I'm like, okay. I had at one point in time, I was in my feelings because certain people in my family I thought would be rocking with my videos, would be like, hey, babe, I see you doing this, I see you doing that, you know what I'm saying? Comment on my videos, sharing and liking my videos. But that was not the case. That was not the case at all. So as time started to go on, I end up being on YouTube. I end up being on Instagram, and I end up seeing Joe Baker saying, hey, anybody in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to put a team together, War Wop in the third, DM me. So I DM'd him. Me and him chopped it up, and me and my cousin went to the invite. We get to the invite, and Joe running down business. He running down business. He telling us what he want to do, his vision. We like, okay, bet. I'm putting him on my story like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I do storytelling too, War Wop in the third, and he started checking me out. He always gave me free game. All right? He always gave me free game. Now, that's a busy man. You know what I'm saying? But he always gave me free game. He told me, look, why don't you do YouTube? I was like, I ain't never thought about it. He was like, you got a TikTok? I was like, nah. He was like, you need to start doing a YouTube and you need to get a TikTok. I was like, all right. So I did exactly what he told me to do. Once I first started doing YouTube, the first story I told was the kidnapping the R-word story. I was so excited. I had so much time on my hands. I am now in a position where I'm trying to perfect my craft. But even though I've been already doing storytelling on Facebook and Instagram, once again, I feel as if my family should support me. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers ain't gonna support you if they don't want to. Right? Motherfucker ain't gonna fuck with your shit if they don't want to. Okay? So, two of the main people from my side of, and I'm not talking about my wife, so I'm talking about just my side of the family, was my Uncle Pappy. Free my Uncle Pappy, man, you know what I'm saying? For real. My Uncle Pap and my mama were the main two people who supported me, right? After a while, I realized real quick, you can't satisfy everybody. Not everybody meant to be satisfied. Not everybody gonna rock with what you got going like you would have rocked with what they got going, right? Not everybody is happy to see you doing something, okay? Pause moment real quick. For everybody who new to my channel, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? My name Key. Obviously, I come from Shreveport, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here going on 6 years, bro. Moved to Dallas in 2018. And for those who know, if you don't know, I used to be hooked on ice. Okay, I used to be hooked on ice really, really bad. And it got to me in a short amount of time, like quick. As I started doing the YouTube, I'm trying to figure out and find my identity. One thing I realized is you will watch somebody else do something so much that you'll start copying them. You'll start mimicking them without you even knowing it. All right? And I started to find myself mimicking certain guys that I watched on YouTube without me even knowing it. But the only reason I realized it because I watch film. What you mean, Key? Well, whenever I drop a video and I drop it, I go back and I listen to it. The whole video, I listen to it. listen to my cadence, how I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? If I'm interacting, just everything. I just watch myself and I'm watching film. I told myself, you got to be original. You got to be yourself. You can't be nobody else. Without me even trying to be somebody else, right? Because I never once in my life tried to be somebody else. But like I said, if you watch something so much, you will fall into that. So I started like jotting little stuff down, trying to figure out how to be me, how to be Key on YouTube, on a platform, right? And I always told myself, okay, let's start with catchphrases, right? I want to have something catchy to where when I say it, people will gravitate to it. In Louisiana, you can say something to a dude, you be like, what's happening, B? He be like, whoa, now, right? I was in some apartments one day. I was going to take the trash out, and there's a dude standing on top of his balcony. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what's happening? And I said, whoa, now. So I throw the trash, you know what I'm saying, the trash, and then he was coming down the steps. He said, hey, where you from? I say, shit, Shreveport, what's happening? Just like that. He was like, you from Shreveport? I was like, hell yeah. He was like, bet I'm from Shreveport, right? Or he from somewhere in Louisiana. So immediately we locked in. Like, immediately we locked in because you home team, right? He said, I knew you was from the Buku when you said, whoa, now. So that played in my head. And I was like, without me even knowing it, I was like, that's what I'm going to start saying in the beginning of all my videos. Whoa, now. Another thing is like how my whole intro is. My whole intro, right? If you really watch me, bro, I'm gonna break it down for you, because this is my 1 year anniversary. Year 1, right? When I say, whoa, now, y'all already know what time it is. Say, check me out, right? That right there is stuff that I say on the daily. Y'all already know what time it is with me. I always say that. You hear me? Whoa, now. I always say that. My old lady was sitting down and dude said something. I was like, whoa, now. Like, and I always said that. She's like, why you always say whoa, now? And I was like, I don't know. It's just something we say in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? It's just something we say in Louisiana. She's like, oh, okay. So, and this say, check me out, right? I always say, check me out real quick. Say, check me out. Say, check me out. These are things that was me. And I just mushed it together, and I was like, that go together. Whoa, now y'all already know what time it is. Say, check me out. So then I was looking at my older videos as I started. When I started doing it, I'm just watching myself. And I was like, man, I got to have like an intro. I don't have an intro. I'm just going straight into the videos, right? I'm just going straight into the video. So then I got me an intro. Oh, now y'all already know what time it is. Say, check me out, man. Before I start my video, bro, y'all already know what to do. See, at the beginning, I didn't say hit the like and subscribe button because I didn't know. You feel me? And I started peeping game on other YouTubers. Other YouTubers, they be like, hey, go like, go comment, go subscribe. And I was like, bro, I got to start doing that. So I put that in there, right? Then I had put in the ASAP Rocky because, you know, like, I just feel like I be trying to be clever with the wordplay, and I ain't got to think about it. Like the fact that, and this was another thing I started jotting down, right? I always felt like I was a funny guy. I was a low-key funny guy. I wasn't the type of guy to be like, oh, man, I'm trying to get up and do jokes or this, that, and third. I was a shy kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? Then I started having sex, and then shit, everything just kind of busted the door wide open, right? But when I say stuff like this, right, I'm going to paint you a pretty picture, and I ain't talking Bob Ross. Right? Like stuff like that. Like, I've never heard nobody say that. Ever. I never heard nobody use that type of terminology in that type of way. So I said, okay, I'm going to make that me. I'm going to make that key. So I started doing it. I also like this right here. When I'm talking, I'll be like, that right there. See, that right there is a signature. You see what I'm saying? These are things that I had to go through to understand, like, okay, like this how I want this to sound. This how I want this to sound. This how I want to do this. This how I want to do that. You see what I'm saying? I had to learn myself as I was going through this journey, and I'm still going through this journey on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Just me doing this, period. You see what I'm saying? So as time started to go on, I listened to what Joe said, you know what I'm saying? Joe Baker, I listened to what Joe T said, and I started to mold myself into what I wanted to be. Joe T ended up putting me in 2 of his short films, and I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter that I was just an extra. You know what I'm saying? It was just the fact that he showed love to put me in his short films. You see what I'm saying? And as time going on, you know, like, life is just moving. Life is moving. I look back on certain things, and the only thing I can think of is, what did you go through in year 1? What did you go through? Right? Went through a lot. Okay? I also look at certain things like, what did you learn in year 1? I learned a lot. The most important thing that I learned was myself. Okay? I learned myself in year 1. My first year doing YouTube has been so much. It's been so much going on. It's crazy. Okay? Now let's take it back to memory lane. Let's take y'all back to memory lane. When I first started doing it, I showed my wife one of my first videos, and she was like, "That was a good video, babe, but I feel like you need to come in a little quicker because you kind of like let it on too much." I was like, "Okay." You got to learn how to take constructive criticism. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. And I analyzed what she was saying, and I was like, okay, I see what she's saying now. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing that. Before I started doing YouTube, I was telling certain family members, you know what I'm saying, that I was going to do YouTube. And you know how, like, when you tell somebody something, they be like, oh, okay. That right there, the tone of your voice and how you said it, let me know that you do not believe in nothing that I got going. And you never will. You see what I'm saying? And I took that with a grain of salt in the beginning. Because maybe I used that terminology wrong. I took it the wrong way because I felt like, if I'm saying that I want to do this and I'm going to do it, why do you feel like I'm not going to do it? Or I'm not going to be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish? I felt so much doubt and hate at the beginning. It was crazy. The best thing that could have ever happened to me in year 1 was not getting the support that I thought I was going to get from family, from friends, from loved ones. You see what I'm saying? That was probably the best thing that ever happened to me in year 1. I learned real quick that, like I said, you're not going to be able to satisfy everybody, and not everybody going to rock with you until you start making a buzz and a name for yourself. Then all of a sudden, motherfuckers want to come around acting like they been fucking with you the long way when they know they wasn't. When they know they wasn't. My Uncle Dugan was my biggest support. Anytime I dropped a video, he was on that motherfucker liking it, commenting, sharing. You see what I'm saying? Giving me the game. I talked to him on the phone. Hey, babe, I was fucking with that video. You know what I'm saying? You funny as fuck. Hey, go watch this on YouTube, bro. And it'll help you out with certain things, right? Adding me to certain groups on Facebook so that way I can have extra content to do. So I never run out of content. Right? He set me up for success without me even knowing it. The craziest thing also, too, what I learned in year 1 was complete strangers will fuck with your shit way before your family will. When I say complete strangers, that's exactly what I mean. In year 1, as I was doing YouTube, I was so into myself. I was so happy, so joyful, you know, just being able to tell my story, and it was like therapy for me to be able to tell my story. I would literally, bro, be just like jamming my music or watching my videos, and I'd just be laughing, joking, like just a ball of energy, and people seeing that, and they'd be like, man, you happy as hell today, man. I say, hell yeah, I am, man. But do you watch YouTube? Yeah, I be watching YouTube. Hey, bro, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro. I got all types of story on here. Woo. All right, bro. Yeah, put your YouTube in. All right, boo. Hit the bell button for them. Right? It was so many people that I met that I put onto my YouTube. It's crazy. Okay? It's crazy. But the thing was, the strangers that I was meeting, right? Even before I started doing YouTube, when I was doing my stories on like Instagram and Facebook, I would tell them, bro, go follow me. Right? Go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Facebook. Right? And they'd be like, all right, bet. And those strangers, still to this day, right, watch my videos. To this day, they still be on my stories on Instagram. To this day, they support me. It's strangers support me more than my family. Mind blowing. But at the same time, it's not. And that's something that I learned in year one. Year one was like a firecracker going off. Because you never knew when it was going to explode. One thing I always said when I first started doing this was, in 2023, and I'll never forget me saying this. This is when I first started doing it. I said, all of 2023, I'm going to keep my foot on y'all neck. And I meant that. I ain't as successful as I want to be, but you gotta put in work to get whatever you want in life. And that's something I learned in year one. I also learned in year one that not everybody want to see you succeed. Because I was in a situation, I was at a place, and this guy, I'm not going to say no names, but I had an opportunity. I made this place, and I asked the guy a question, right? I asked him a question, and he was like, and nigga, that was over 2 years ago, while I'm a whole street nigga. And I was like, what the fuck that mean? You feel me? I'm just trying to see if you, that dude, because you got a whole fucking ski mask on, you feel me? And he was like, and we, like, after I said that, we stared at each other for like 5-6 seconds. Long time to be looking at another man's eyes, bro, to see who gonna break bend the fold, right? And he was like, type shit. And I was like, yeah, type shit, right? Once he leave, one of his homeboys, I was like, bro, I was just trying to ask that nigga a question, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see how he got in the position that he in right now. So his homeboy told me, you just got to be consistent, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Try to drop a video every day. Just be in people's face every day. Let them know what you do. And I was like, I appreciate that free game. So later on that night, when nighttime fall, now I've been watching this dude. I'm keeping my eye on him because now I feel like he's an enemy. I'm not gonna sleep on the enemy, right? So I'm in front of the trash can posted. You feel me? I'm just posted in it. You feel me? Just posted. He come around, I'm thinking he about to throw something away. So I move out of his way. You know what I'm saying? Respectful, I just move out of his way. And then, like, he just standing there, posted up beside me like this. I can see from my peripheral, but the game on. So I look, like, I take, you know how, like your vision, you can focus on something else, and then, like, your vision will, like, snap back to something smaller that's in front of you, and then you pop back up at something that's bigger behind you. So I'm watching the game, and then I break my line of sight, and I look at his homeboy who was right in front of me. His homeboy looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, looking at him. And so at that moment, I felt real uncomfortable. Like, folk wanted to do something, you feel me? Instead of me crashing out like a lot of y'all would. A lot of y'all always want to crash out. You want to do this, you want to do that. But it's chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to move in this game of life. Because there was an opportunity that I came there for. I didn't come there to fight him, bro. I didn't come there to try to prove who chest bigger. I didn't come there to try to prove who nuts hang lower, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody got time for that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to start using this up here, bro. For real, for real. This the hardest thing you can. This the easiest thing you can do. And I learned this from OG Percy, watching him, right? The easiest thing you can do is this, but the hardest thing you can do is this, and that's think. Right? So I was like, okay, that's a bet. Well, went outside, told my peoples I'm finna get on up out of here. You feel me? Appreciate the opportunity, and I got ghost. Being in that situation told me that not everybody want to see you succeed. Because motherfuckers would be like, well, I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you succeed or not, nigga. I don't give a fuck about it. But that energy that you're bringing lets me know that you do. You feel me? Because what grown-ass man is going to act like that? Honestly. You see what I'm saying? So, it taught me that not everybody gonna be in your corner. Not everybody want to see you succeed. Not everybody want to see you eat at the same table that they eating at. So I had to understand that I gotta make my own table. I gotta make my own plates. I gotta make my own lane. Point blank period. And I learned that in year 1. Me watching myself on my YouTube, just going back to my old videos, watching myself, I make myself laugh while I'm watching my videos. And I speak in third person like, boy, this nigga stupid as hell. Boy, this nigga funny as fuck. But that's me. That was older me. Right? And I look back at those videos and I just think to myself like, damn. It's a lot of work that I needed. But I'm on the right track. Right? That's exactly how I felt, bro. It's a lot of work I needed, bro. But I'm on the right track. So I started just going through my videos, looking at them, right? And I was like, okay. That's when the intro started coming. I'm like, okay, right? Because in the beginning, I wasn't saying ASAP Rocky. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't saying like and subscribe. I wasn't doing that. You feel me? I started just watching myself, analyzing myself. I was like, okay. As time started to progress, I started doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm making stories. I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing and I'm not content. I just want more. I want better. You know what I'm saying? For myself. My daddy ended up getting out of prison. And I got back in contact with him. And I'm sitting up here telling this man what I do. About the YouTube, the storytelling, all this, that, and the third. And he was sitting out there telling me like he feels like I'm just like him. Because believe it or not, this is what he's telling me. Believe it or not, I wanted to make a podcast. I wanted to storytell, whoop in the third. And you know I'm a producer. And he used to do music back in the day. So now he feeling like me and him is the same person. All right. But this the same dude who did not claim me when I was young. So me being so, I wasn't even young because this just happened. Me being so blind to the fact because I wanted a relationship with my daddy. Well, I'm going to just say Joe. I wanted a relationship with Joe so bad because I ain't have a relationship with him when I was young. And I realized that about a lot of guys. A lot of guys, if you don't have your dad or your mom in your life at a young age and you never had a father figure, you're going to want that connection with your parent no matter whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? They could have done the most fucked up thing. And trust me when I say they could have done the most fucked up thing to you, bro. And you still going to want that relationship with them. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted that relationship so bad and I'm just talking too much. What I mean by that is I'm telling him my dreams, my goals, what I want to accomplish, whoop in the third. So I feel like with his penitentiary mindset, not only was he getting the scoop on me, right? Not only was he getting my likes and my dislikes, right? He never got my strengths or weaknesses, but you know he put that together, right? But he also was trying to get in on doing a podcast with me. He said we could do a podcast together, you know what I'm saying? We could do this, we could do that. I think people will like it, whoop in the third. And in my mind, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You my dad, whoop in the third, let's do it. But then after a while, I just started to see certain things that was going smooth over my head. But it was so slick. It was so cold how he was doing it. You gotta understand, this man been in prison for 20 years, and he was in prison before that. So a convict mind is different from an inmate mind. That's what I hear, right? And I'm not no inmate. I'm just telling you, right? A convict know how to get over on you without you even knowing that he getting over on you. And I felt like, and honestly, I don't give a fuck about how nobody take this. I really don't. I honestly felt like that nigga was trying to get over on me. So I cut that shit off. And I ain't talked to him ever since. I ain't talked to him ever since. And to be honest with you, this is another reason why I cut it off. Because, like, at first me and him was talking. And then, like, he kind of just went MIA. You feel me? And then I had time to think. Instead of being so goddamn pop boy, yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I just started realizing a whole bunch of things. And I was just like, nah, I'm good on that. That's what year one taught me. And that was a cold get down in my eyes. That was a cold get down. You feel what I'm saying? After that ended up happening, bro, I just kept doing me. I just kept doing key. You know, I was doing the lives for a while. Just spreading the message. And I used to watch YouTubers like Jay Williams, Joe T, old Bill Feezy. Used to watch a lot of The Raw Room. The Raw Room is probably one of my favorite podcasts because I can relate to everything they're saying. I used to play football, you know what I'm saying? So I watch a lot of The Raw Room. Different podcasts, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch $1 Million Worth of Game, but I don't really fuck with that podcast no more. But all these podcasts were showing me that they got an intro and they got an outro. So I used to try to figure out, like, what would my outro be, bitch? Like, what would my outro be? So I found one, right? So I'm going to hit, and I practiced it, right? That's another thing that year one taught me. Your work will show. Don't think you could just get up on YouTube, on any social media platform, and just start saying shit without you, like, preparing for this, right? You can't go into a basketball game without you preparing for it and think you finna drop 60. You can't go into an NFL game without preparing for it thinking you about to just be Pat Mahomes, aka Demetrius. It don't work like this. So you can't get on a social media platform without preparing for it and think you just gonna blow up, because it's not gonna happen. So I said, okay, I gotta find it. I got a little bit of intro. I wanna make it better. Then I gotta have an outro. But how did I come up with my outro? Because when I was on the dope, I used to pray. Right? God sat me down, put me in an isolation period with just me and my kids. And I started praying every night. And I would never pray and be like, can you please take me out of this situation? I won't do this no more. I promise I won't get on the dope no more. Whoop, whoop, whoop in the third, whoop, whoop in the third. Because I was still smoking dope. But when I prayed and asked for guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. And I prayed and I asked just to show me what am I supposed to be doing. I prayed that for like just my health, my kids' health. And I prayed for my family. Make sure they was good. Watch over us. As I keep doing that, and I'm thinking about my outro, it just came like this. Because the outro is, right when I get done with the story, hey, look, man, we only ask for 3 things: guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. And if it ain't that, man, y'all already know what time it is with me over here. Till next time. Whoa, now, see, that right there means way more to me than what people will understand. Because that's what I was praying for when I was down and out. Guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. Those were the 3 things that I only asked for. Guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. We only ask for, listen, y'all have to pay attention to the wordplay. Because all this I learned in year 1. We only ask for 3 things: guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. And if it ain't that, y'all already know what time it is for me. Right? Then I say until next time. Why? Because I'm going to be back. Until next time. Oh, now, I want motherfuckers to be not even from Louisiana running around this beat saying, whoa, now. You want to know how I know that's what I wanted to happen, and it started to happen? Because I will go around with my jacket on and shit, and I will go around my wife's family. Now, my wife's family supported me more than my own family, other than my mama and my uncle. Way more. I'm talking about damn near all of them. Right? Damn near all of them supported me. And I don't mean on some shit like, oh, when I come around, you just saying you fuck with my shit. But then when it comes down to me dropping the video, me being on social media, me doing this, me doing that, I don't see nobody, I don't hear from nobody at all. You see what I'm saying? And I barely went back to the booth. You see what I'm saying? When I used to go around my wife's family, you know what I'm saying? And not just her immediately family, I'm talking about everybody. Motherfucker been a bit, whoa, now we see you, Key. And you don't know how that made me feel. You don't know how it made me feel to hear her family quoting my signature word. Oh, now. You don't know how it feel for her family to be like, boy, I watched your video, boy, you stupid as fuck, boy, because that one part you said, bam, 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 that shit had me dying. That let me know they watched my whole video. They watched me grow. I salute y'all. Hell, I salute my family too, because if it wasn't for y'all, y'all wouldn't have never made me this hungry. Me not getting the support from my family, but me getting the support from her family made me fucking hungry. Not to prove nothing to nobody, but to prove it to myself that you got that dog in you. When they would come around and be, whoa, now you already know what time it is. I say, yup. They let me know I need to keep going. I would be at my job and I'd be telling dudes that I knew I was cool with, and even dudes that I wasn't even cool with. Hey, bro, you watch YouTube? Hey, I be watching YouTube. Hey, bro, go to my page, bro, and go subscribe and go for my videos, bro. I got all types of videos on this bitch, you feel me? I got some shit that make you laugh. I got some shit that make you cry. You feel what I'm saying? I got some shit that you probably went through this, you know what I'm saying? I got some shit that's relatable. Say, bro, I got a whole catalog of shit, you feel me? I feel like I'm a motherfucking car salesman. My wife always tell me, you just so good with your words. How you know how to talk to people like that? I say, I don't know. I just start talking to them. It's like my brain knows what type of conversation I need to have with you. And I have it. For real. But I learned all that in year one. Year one has been a roller coaster without a seatbelt. A lot of ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I always told myself, I'ma never quit. Now, me being in year one, let me get my pick. Now, me being in year one, it was times where I didn't think about quitting, but I didn't know what to do, what to say, what to talk about. And not because I'm running out of stories, but because it's a lot to handle. Getting on YouTube every day, every other day, whatever the case may be, you have to be like on your shit. Right? You have to be on your shit. I have over 100 some odd videos, and a couple of them, well, a lot of them shorts. Right? A lot of them shorts. But I'm pretty sure, bro, my videos, I got a lot of those, right? And it ain't the fact that it's like I'm running out of material. It's just the fact, like, you hit that wall. I feel like everybody hit that wall when you first start doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a wall. It's an invisible wall that you hit that will test you to see if you really built for this. Okay? That invisible wall that I hit tested me. Right? And to a point where it was like, I started back driving trucks. And I didn't have all that free time on my hands like I did when I first started doing everything I was doing. And my videos was falling off. Right? And that's how I knew they was falling off. Because I was going from getting 30, 40 views, 50 views, 70 views on a video to 20 views, 10 views, 6 views. One day I was going back to the motherland, Shreveport. I used to have to do a ride out there. I did a video called 1, 2, 3 Strikes You Out. After I ended up doing that video, I seen a dude comment, and he said, "I love your videos, man. Can't wait for the next one." I seen that comment, and that lit a fire under me so deep. And once again, this was a stranger, somebody who doesn't know me, but they watch my videos and they feel like they right here next to me. I started to realize that I was touching people's lives without me even knowing it. I was having people ready for me to drop the next video without me even knowing it. Right then and there, I told myself, I said, okay, I'll never do this again. Why I go 2-3 weeks without dropping a video? Because that comment was 2 weeks old. I replied back to it. Well, I replied back to him. I forgot what I said. And sure as shit stank, the next video I dropped, he commented on it. That showed me something real fast. It doesn't matter how many people you got as a subscriber. It don't matter how many people you touch. It's somebody out there who listening to my shit. It's somebody out there who like what they hear. And they here for the support. Just like I said to one of my subscribers, Dalton Holder. Salute to you, my guy. For real, for real. Okay? Mike. Salute to you. Right? That's over here in Bay family. Mike, salute to you. Alright? It's so many people I could salute. Joe T, salute to you. Salute to you. For real, for real. Because he helped me out with a lot of things without him even knowing it. Alright? My uncle and my mama, man, salute to y'all. My whole wife family, man, salute to y'all. Everybody, man, salute to y'all. My family, salute to y'all. Because y'all brought that dog up out of me. For real, for real. You hear me? But that's what I learned in year 1. As the year started to come to an end, I'm doing videos, I'm doing me, I'm doing Key, and I'm starting to see that I'm getting way better than where I was a year ago. I'm starting to see that I am impacting people's lives. One thing I always said, that I wanted to reach one and teach one. Because if I'm not reaching one and teaching one, what am I doing? I always say I don't want to do this for no clout. I'm not doing this for no fame. I'm not doing this for no notoriety. I'm doing this to reach one, teach one, and give y'all guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. Don't think just because I'm 28 going on 29 years old, I can't give you a message because I'm younger than you. Don't think just because I'm 28 going on 29 years old, I can't give you a message because I ain't your daddy and you a young buck and you don't want to hear none of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach one and teach one. And just like Dalton Holder said, Kinfolk told me, I love your stories, bro. And I'm going to be here even when you get to the top. I'm going to be here watching your videos. I told him, I said, I appreciate that, Kinfolk. I appreciate the support. All love. And I meant that. Because that man don't even know me. But he watching my videos and he feels like he a part of it right then and there. It's always the strangers who will buy your shit first, who will support you first before anybody that you really even know. Right? Some people that I was cool with back in the day, and I'm not gonna say back in the day, because I mean I'm still cool with a couple people from, you know what I'm saying, Shreveport. That hit me up. You know what I'm saying? On some genuine shit that hit me up. Hey, bet I seen your video on TikTok, bitch. That bitch funny as fuck, boy. You funny as fuck with the Mike Jackson video. Boy, you funny as fuck talking about LeBron doing the stump the yard. Man, you funny as fuck this. You funny as fuck that, bro. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You just keep doing your video, boy. Keep doing your shit, my nigga. Just that little bitty shit right there. That love. That's love. Year one taught me so much. It's crazy. Year one taught me that no matter what you're going through, no matter how many people supporting you or not, it's always people who watch you, and even though they watching you, they don't support nothing you're doing, but they just watching you just because you doing what you're doing. And it also showed me that it's people who watch you who genuinely fuck with you the long way and who want to see you succeed in life. Me doing YouTube has been one of the best things that ever happened to me, other than me meeting my wife and coming out here to Dallas. And me having kids, period. I'll never take that back at a young age. Doing YouTube, period, taught me a lot. And I am very grateful and blessed for the things that I have. I am grateful and blessed for the things that was taken away from me to basically like show me what I'm doing. I feel like I have a higher purpose in life. And I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I also feel like it's easy for me to talk, right? Because not everything got to be funny. Not everything got to be serious. You know what I'm saying? This video might go over so many people's head because they feel like, oh, he ain't talking about having sex. He ain't talking about doing this. He ain't talking about doing that. He ain't talking about sliding on nothing. He ain't talking about robbing nothing. I ain't trying to hit it. But that's what I learned in year one. Not everybody gonna mess with what you're doing. Not everybody gonna agree with what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's about what you doing. It's not about what everybody else doing, especially people who ain't support you from day one. A motherfucker can't get on your boat and start wanting to paddle with you when you done caught your motherfucking your drift. You know what I'm saying? When the current start pulling you, motherfucker can't just want to hop on the boat out the motherfucking blue, acting like they been messing with you, acting like they been rocking with you when they wasn't. Because if you want to rock with me from the beginning, bro, stay over there and just watch. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hate nobody, though. I ain't got no hate in my heart for nobody. I just learned. I learned a lot of things within year one. I learned a lot of things within year one. See what I'm saying? I am very, very grateful, very blessed for this opportunity that I have to be able to just get on and talk to y'all. Because you don't know how many people wish they was free. How many people wish they still had peoples around that they miss. You know what I'm saying? I miss my granddaddy every day. I wish he could be here to see me doing this, you know? Man, my eye itching. I wish he was able to like see me doing this. But before I left Louisiana, I told him, I said, Pops, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to end up going out here, bro. I'm going to give me a good job. I'm going to give me a house. And I'm going to give me my dream truck. He was like, I know you will, bub. I believe in you. And then he ended up passing, bro. He ended up passing in April. Right? And I was like, damn. Past April, I think it's like April 20th or April 20 something of 2020. I was like, damn, Pops. But I know he watching me from above saying, look at my grandson. But that's what year one taught me. Me and my cousin talk damn near every day. And my cousin support the hell out of me. He support the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? But he be busy. So he don't really watch my videos like that. I don't knock him. You know what I'm saying? He be watching my videos on like TikTok and stuff, but like as far as my YouTube, he don't really watch it like that, right? Me and him talking about doing a podcast here soon. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Because one thing I realized in year one is you can't tell somebody your next move. Even if it's something so simple. Right? People prey on your downfall. People want to see you fail. Like they really want to see you fail in life. And this year taught me that it ain't no failing in life. It ain't no failing in life. I don't give a fuck if you hit that little invisible wall. You need to goddamn pole vault over that. You need to get up, bro. You need to make it shake. Because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. That's what year one taught me. It taught me how to it taught me how to be consistent. Right? It taught me how to use my words in a way that people can resonate with me. It taught me patience. It taught me how to believe in myself. It taught me that no matter how many people support you, it's people out there who listening to your every word. And they waiting for you to drop a video. Year one taught me the grind, the struggle. It taught me all of this. Right now we're at 81 subscribers. That's my mark. Because in year one, I've gotten 81 subscribers. You know how hard I work for them 81 subscribers? You know how much time I put in to get those 81 subscribers? People will watch this video and be like, 81 subscribers, bro, that ain't shit in a year. In 365 days, you only got 81 subscribers? To all 81 subscribers, man, I salute y'all. Man, I appreciate this shit, bro, from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what year one taught me. It's hard to get subscribers, especially when you first starting off. What? When you first starting off, bruh, until you start building that little buzz, you feel me? Then motherfucker really start fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start sharing shit. But it's hard, bro. That first year, bro, listen to me. If you don't got a big YouTuber backing you up to do an interview on you, and then have his followers start following, or his subscribers start subscribing to you, and then they friends start subscribing to you, bro, you're gonna have a long climb. But in this instance right now, I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but I think I'd rather take the stairs than take the elevator. Cause see, a lot of people would be like, boy, fuck no, I just take the elevator and go straight to the top. But you ain't really learned what hard work and dedication was, because you already had it. You already had it. It was just given to you. You see what I'm saying? You start doing YouTube, a major platform dude put you on, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand, a major platform put you on, you see what I'm saying? And then boo, you started popping. But before that, you wasn't popping. Am I right or am I wrong? Before whoever put you on, or put you in a position you was not popping at all. Alright? Then they put you in the elevator, then you went to the top. Like that. And I'm taking the steps. I'm taking the steps. Because with me taking the steps, you taking the steps show you what type of man or woman you is. You taking the steps show you what's your breaking point, and then even then you realize and you looking up like, shit. Well, I already started, so I might as well keep the fuck going. But that's what year one taught me. Year one taught me how to stand on 10 when it comes down to this right here and be a man about it. Right? Because just like I told y'all, whenever I had met that one dude, right, the little rainbow community dude who wanted to put me on making beats. This was way before I started doing YouTube, way before I started doing content creating, all of that. This was probably like damn near 2 years ago. Yeah, it had to be like 2 years ago, right? I'm not gonna go back into that story, but long story short, he ended up taking me out, you know what I'm saying, feeding a nigga, you know what I'm saying. He took me to dinner, and I thought this was a business meeting. And after we get done eating and shit, he took me to this little party, but when I go in there, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, rainbow community dudes in there, but they like feminine, you know what I'm saying, like, and like trans and shit, you know what I'm saying. So I was just telling them like, I ain't got no problem with none of you peoples, you feel me, but at the end of the day, it's not my party, you know what I'm saying. You can go ahead and take me back to my car. So as he taking me back to my car, he asked me like, hey, if you let me, you know what I'm saying, give you the guap, I'm gonna pay you, and then tomorrow we can like talk about this contract. And I told him no. You know what I'm saying? I told him more than no, but you know, basically I was like, bro, that party we were just at, that's who you ask. Don't ask me that, bro. You know I got a wife who, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that I talked to about this situation was like, bro, I would have flashed on right now, I would have punched his ass down, I would have did this, I would have did that. But you know the craziest thing is the fact that I had literally just told y'all not too long ago, sometimes you have to play chess and not checkers, because it's easy to do this, but it's harder to do this. And if I would have flashed out on that dude in his 2-seater downtown Dallas with a whole bunch of people walking around at nighttime, and me and him fighting, and nobody controlling that car, and we hit and kill somebody, I wouldn't be here right now to tell y'all my story. I wouldn't have a year one. I wouldn't be able to make videos to where when my kids get older, they'd be able to see it. I wouldn't be able to have these experiences that I'm having. I would have never met Joe T. I would have never had that little experience with my dad or Joe, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and being able to see certain things, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be here for my kids. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, everybody and their mama talking about how they would have flashed out, how would they did this, how would they did that, but would have spent like 15 to 30 years behind bars over something that you could have avoided by thinking, because he never once put his hands on me. Then at that case, then it would have been a whole different situation, because you can't let that slide. You see what I'm saying? Not everything has to be physical. A lot of stuff is mental. But that's what year one taught me. And it's crazy that I can look back on these things and I can talk about it, because it's just making me grow as a man. Understanding myself, understanding my platform, understanding this YouTube, understanding my audience, having people connect with me that I don't even know that I appreciate, having people comment, telling me how they really feel, how they rocking with the kid. That's what year one taught me. And to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm here to learn all that. And I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. That was another thing. I knew it was something else I wanted to talk about. Keeping it a bean. When people say stuff like that, they'll say, man, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I'm keeping it a stack. I'm keeping it a C note. You ain't never heard nobody say I'm keeping it a bean. Ever. And that was something I came up with because I was like, it was just me. It was just key. It was so... Man, I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. Every time I do a video, I always say that. I don't give a fuck if it was on my social media or my YouTube. Man, I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. Man, I want to have motherfuckers running around that bitch to my... Man, I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. I want to have motherfuckers running around that bitch to my... Oh, now. I want to have motherfuckers coming up with their own... And I ain't talking about... You hear me? And I ain't talking about by any means necessary. And I ain't talking Malcolm X. You hear me? Boy, I send your ass to Never Neverland. And I ain't talking Peter Pan. You hear me? You hear me? Boy, I'll roll your ass up and I ain't talking Tootsie. You hear me? You hear me? Stop playing with me. And these are things I just came up with off the top of the head. Bitch, I'm going dum-dum and I ain't talking sucker. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. These are things that I had created for myself to where I wanted my audience to just be fucking in Kroger's and his wife, or if it's a woman who watching my videos, her husband say something and she was like, or they was like, babe, you... babe, such. Then they just blurt out just randomly. Shit, I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. What? Man. Hey, Key. OMG Keys. You don't watch OMG Keys, babe? Yeah, he funny as fuck. I always watch his video. He always be talking about I'm keeping it a bean and shit. You feel me? You feel me? Man, like, and these are things that I want for my community. Like, I feel like this is a family. Like, for the people who subscribe to my page, y'all is my OMG family. Y'all my OMG family, man. Right? And for the people who made it this far, I salute y'all, man. I told y'all for my 1 year anniversary, I wanted to do an hour-long video. I felt it was only right to do an hour-long video. I felt it was only right to give the people who really watch my videos something that they can watch, and it's not just 20-30 minutes. I know how hard it is to watch an hour video, but at the same time, it's not for me because I be driving. So when I'm driving trucks, that's all I'm doing is just watching YouTube videos. You could be cooking. Right now, you could be cooking, right? You could be putting your baby to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing whatever. You could be grilling. You feel me? You could be... whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you're watching the video at the same time. I just want to give people, I want to give my audience, I want to give my family, and when I say my family, I mean my family right here, right now. For the ones who subscribe to me, for the ones who watch my videos on the daily, for the ones who like my videos, for the ones who comment on my videos, for the ones who be like, damn, when that nigga he gonna drop another video? Oh, there he go right there. Cause my notification bell is turned to all, but yours not, nigga. That's why you didn't see that he had dropped this video, bro. Nah, cause he had already dropped 2 videos and you just got notified about the last one he had dropped. Now he already got 2 videos, bro. You don't be going to his YouTube page checking them to see if he dropped a video? Cause shit, I do. And I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. But look, man, I want to ask for 3 things, man. Guidance, knowledge, and wisdom. And if it ain't that, man, I already know what time it is with me over here. Till next time. Oh, now. Man, I appreciate everybody who been rocking my videos, man. I appreciate everybody who just tapped in, everybody who subscribed, everybody who like, everybody who comment. You know what I'm saying, man? I appreciate everybody who rock with the kid. All 81 of my subscribers, because I didn't have 81 subscribers not too long ago. You know, I be checking my subscribers and shit, right? Man, I salute to y'all, bro. And we only building from here. We only going up. We is not going down. All we doing is just going up. I learned that in year 1. I'm just keeping it a bean, dog.